today is Steve, Texas, Winfield. Woo! Yeah. Now, those of you who don't know Steve has a little advantage of this. Steve was a high school teacher and a principal, so he had to motivate thousands of students every day.
Every day.
As a manager in Microsoft's technical group for system builders, Steve is a guy who demoed a lot of places. So Steve, I don't know what you're going to show us today, but give it your best, buddy.
All right, wonderful. Hey, everybody, I'm Steve Winfield from Texas. I do say y'all. Now, I'm going to be doing a presentation today. This is on an airplane. A guy next to you says, hey, what is that you're showing? So here we go. Very simple. This is one anybody and everybody can do. So first off, I'm in Excel. I say, oh, dude, let me take off my headphones and get my rest off here for a second, and let's start showing you. Now, in Excel 2007, there are some really great features. You can do all sorts of great stuff with your data. One of the first things that you can do is do some real neat things with graphics. So here's a real quick table that you can all see. Well, maybe I don't like this black and white stuff. I want to be a little more colorful. Simply highlight. I come over here to format this table. I have all these different varieties that I can do. Nice, easy to do. Now, you say, Steve, wow, that's pretty cool, but is there more? Of course there's more. So another thing that you can do, maybe I don't like looking at numbers. Maybe I want something very simpler. I grew up with more colors. So I can come up here, I can do conditional formatting. I can come over here, color scales. I can look right there. Boom, baby, that's cool. But wait, there's more. Because not only can I do coloring, on top of the coloring, I like to drink, so I like bars. So here we go, conditional forwarding, data bars. I can add it on, and very quickly, very easily, I can see all sorts of information at my fingertips. Now you say, Steve, that's cool, but what else can you do? Well, let's do some cool graphs. Let's make these graphs really easy to do. I simply highlight, I go to insert. Once I go to insert, column, and very quickly, I have myself a nice column. But you say, Steve, that's ugly. Yes, it is ugly. I admit that. So let's change colors. Boom, there we go. You say, Steve, that's not enough. Give me more. All right, you asked for it. Be prepared, buckle up. So now I can actually come over here. I can change my type. I don't have a clue what this thing is, but look, it looks pretty darn cool. When I click on it, yes, that easily, I have something. I don't know what it is, but I have it. All right, that's pretty cool. You say, Steve, but I work in Word a lot. All righty then, let's show you Word. As we all know at Microsoft, it's the end of our year, so we're working on reasons for a raise, why we should be getting a pay raise. I'm pretty excited about my reasons. I worked really hard on why I should get a pay raise. And so you see that the reasons... Oh, shoot, you know what I did? When I was working on my reasons for a raise, my wife called up and she said, Steve, would you pick up some stuff from the grocery store? So she wants me to buy some things like World Cup referees because we know they were bought. But hey, it's okay. It's okay. Because I'm using Vista, baby. And Vista has a neat thing called previous versions. Check this out. Because I didn't back up my machine because, after all, who does? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to simply I'm not even going to right-click. It's right there. I highlight it. Look up here, a thing called previous versions. I click on previous versions. And look, I can bring back in 30 seconds, I can bring back the real reasons why I should get a raise. That is some cool stuff. Now you say, Steve, you're not going to get a raise with a simple chart like that. I say, but lo and behold, I have things to help myself out. One of the things I did not mention here is I am personal friends with Steve Ballmer. And I can prove I'm personal friends with Steve Ballmer. Insert picture. Once I've inserted this picture, oh, y'all are going to love this. Yes, sirree. I am buddies with Steve Ballmer, arm in arm. That's he and I. So very nice, very easy. Now, I need to resize this. Check this out. When I'm resizing it in the background, I see where the resizing is coming in. I'm trying to lose weight. Let me make it skinny. There we go. So very nice, very easy to do. Now, on top of all that, this is cool stuff. You can admit that. It's cool. So now check this stuff out. I'm going to highlight these things. Now, having a list is boring. Come on now. We all can admit. Just say it, Say, Steve, boring. Go. Shut up. All right. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do a new feature of Office 2007, a cool feature called Smart Art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert, I'm going to come over here, Smart Art, and I'm just going to come down to List, and I'm going to add in some real quick lists. So now, boom. As quickly and easily as that, I've taken my oops, I forgot to delete those two things. Let me get rid of those real fast. So very quickly, very easily, I've taken my very ugly bullet points and I've made them into something that actually looks pretty decent. So hopefully my boss will give me my pay raise now that she knows I'm buddies with Balmer. Now you say, Steve, that's cool. Say it. Yes, I know it is. Thank you. But there's more. You say, could it be? Yes, it is. There's a thing, so my wife likes to take lots of pictures, and she wants me to take lots of pictures. So when I travel around, I have to take pictures, and I come back and I tag him, and I have to show all this stuff that goes on. So using Photo Gallery with inside Vista, I can do some neat things. Now, one of the things is really cool. You can do some real easy searches. Here's Emma's pictures of my daughter. I can see pictures of my son Chad. And it's really smart too. Watch this, stud. Yes, that's me. It's very easy to do. Now, one of the things though that comes with this is some neat extra features. Now, my wife, when I travel, my wife always says, "Well, Steve, what do you do when you travel?" And I say, "Honey, I'm just hanging out with a bunch of guys. We're not doing anything. It's very boring." And so I was at the Intel Solutions Summit, and here we go. Oh, shoot. My wife's not going to like that. I'm telling her that it's just a bunch of guys. But Vista comes to the rescue. It can fix my problem very quickly. I can just crop her out, and as easy as that, within Vista, my marriage is saved. Now, what's cool about this is using that same nifty previous versions technology that was in the Word thing that I just did a little bit ago, I can do it in the pictures as well. So now, as my wife is concerned, it's just the guys. But now when I get with my guys, I can say, "Ooh, y'all should see this." And let me just open this back up. God, I love this technology. I cannot wait to make $1 million selling this thing. Or $16 billion in the case of OEM. Woo! All right. So now, I pander to OEM. Or in case of England, yes, or Sweden. Okay, all right. So now, very easily, I can click on this. I can come to fix if I want to show everybody what it was really like. I can simply revert back because it makes it digital negative. Boom, I have the original back. Very nice, very easy. And dang, I have 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go back to sleep. I'm Steve Tex Winfield. That's my demo.